Hey everybody, what is going on? CerealOverdrive here, and today we're playing some Entropia Universe. This is going to be just a classic CerealOverdrive Entropia Universe video. I paid a lot of money for a mining amp, so we are going to go do some mining. If you're wondering where I am, that's my best kept secret. It's actually Oshara Hearts, so I don't really keep any secrets, but yeah, let's just get to it. It's been a while since I've been on Calypso. I am back, and it's time to get some good loot. That's why I amped up, because amps, those can get you some good loot, right? I've had some luck here in the past, and in the past, I mean like 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. I don't know if that luck's going to hold out, but basically I had some luck. I just got back to Calypso. I made that big sale of my land area, so I figured let's spend like 500 PEDs on a big old-fashioned mining run. So yeah, if you're wondering, I've got 50 PEDs of probes. And as far as what I spent on the amp, let's go over here, let's check the auction. 446 PEDs, which means, yeah, I've almost spent 50 PEDs, or 500 PEDs, or 50 USD on this whole thing. So let's drop that first probe and see what happens. Also, this is going to tell us how much the amp is burning through every time we use it. So this is probably going to be a crazy number. No resources found. How much money did I just waste there? Okay, that was a big drop. I don't want to do the math on that one. That was what, 24 PEDs? No. Yes. Oh boy. So we really need some good loot here. And here comes a mob. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to jump in my car and drive away. That's what we do. But yeah, it's been a while. So it's been a while since I've been on Calypso. It's been a while since I've done any of this. I thought this would be the way to do it, right? And just sort of celebrate coming back, do a good old-fashioned CerealOverdrive video where we just sort of shoot the shit, talk about everything and all that. You know, Entropia's got a new UI and all that. I'm still honestly getting used to it, which sounds crazy, but I haven't been playing the game a ton. Like, once I bought the land area, I was mainly focused on that because it costs a lot of PEDs to keep that thing running. I'm a free-to-play player. Go figure. So, PEDs were not something easy to come by for me. Ooh, we're in a land area. Let's support a fellow, or old owner, I guess. I was going to say a fellow owner, but I no longer own land areas, so it is what it is. But yeah, I'm back to deeds. I really do like deeds, honestly. Like, being able to do nothing to make money, that's prime. That's what I want to achieve with my life. I want to be someone who needs to do absolutely nothing and gets to make a ton of money. Call me lazy, call me whatever, but we got a sizable, and what do we have? 2 sizables? A sizable and an ample. Okay. You know, I was thinking, let's get a global going, let's get something popping, but I'm fine with that. That's basically over 50 PEDs of loot in one drop, so we're good with that. We are good with that. That is A-okay. I don't know what the markup on this loot's going to be. I'm hoping it's going to be high, but honestly, with mining, markup sort of what makes it. That's one of the things. I was getting tired of Arcadia, okay? So, I was on Arcadia. I flew over because of the land area. I didn't want to leave because I want to support the planet that I own the land area on, but the auction there is horrible. Like, everything. Like, you want to buy anything, you've always got to buy it from Calypso and pay a fee to bring it over. It's like I am being fined for picking the wrong planet. It's so crazy when you think about it. Like, I don't know, maybe people don't have this problem because they're just flying back and forth, no problem, but, like, it's lootable space. I know it's very unlikely to be shot down. I don't know if I've been shot down once, and that was because I did a live stream. But it's very rare to be shot down, right? Like, very rare. But still, I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it for that biscuit, you know? I'm willing to drop 500 PDs on a mining run, but I do not want to drop 500 PDs on, you know, small PP Tommy to go get a shot on me. No, I don't want to do that. And I feel a little bit worse when I'm just giving it to some dude rather than Mindark, because Mindark's built a game that I've loved and played for, god damn, a long time now. But man, it's just one of those things, like, the auction's slow, and then I was having issues with, like, some weird, like, bugs and glitches and all sorts of stuff that was going on there. For a whole week, I was just crashing. I don't know if that was Entropia, but it seemed like there weren't that many people complaining about it, so it might have just been me. I don't know. It was just, it was not a good experience for me on Arcadia, and it made me dislike the game a little bit. So I'm trying to get back into it, and I'm hoping that I'm gonna like this, because I do enjoy. You know, say what you will about this. This video is not making money unless my character makes money, right? Like, the videos don't do good. Let's be honest here. But I like making them. I like talking to everybody. Like, there's a really cool group of people, and the thing is, like, you all have really like stuck around. It's insane. It's insane how people from Entropia Universe stick with your content, right? Like, I've gone off on this whole Rust thing. I'm doing like Helldivers now, all different games. And, you know, there's people from those games that come and go and listen to videos like this. Shout out to all of you. I do appreciate it. But for the most part, like the Entropia Universe crowd, we're getting close. We're getting close to a global. I can feel it. We got 2 more loots. We got a large and a considerable. I am considerably happy with that. But no, like, see, this land area is good. I'm telling you. But no, like, it's crazy. The community here is, bar none, probably one of the best communities in gaming. I'm just gonna call it like I see it. I don't know, maybe it's that small community. I've been a part of some small communities, but this one I'm probably like the deepest into. I know some of y'all hate me, which is okay. You're allowed to hate me. I appreciate you. But no, like, I don't know. It's interesting. But yeah, I love coming back. I love doing this because this is nice. This is like a let's play. This is chill. I can just drop right into the flow here. We get talking and we're having a good time. But yeah, we're gonna mine this, see what we can get. It looks like so far the run's going good. We burned through, you know, 70 something PDs, and we've mined probably over 100, maybe 100. Let's see what we're at here. Maybe we're not at 100. Maybe I'm really overestimating this. I'm going to be disappointed here. We got 28, and we got, all right, so we got 50. This crude oil pull, maybe we'll get to like 75, something like that. Like that's not bad. I'll take it. But yeah, what's going on with CerealOverdrive? Let's talk about that, because it's been a while. I've been focused on the LA. I've been talking about that. I haven't talked about me for a while. And my narcissistic tendencies are gonna get the best of me for this video. Plus, what are we gonna talk about? Politics? That's gonna get people mad at me. I'm just gonna call it like I see it. Mr. Beast, 2023, or no, 2023 passed. It wasn't an election, and it's already over. Wow, Cereal, that is quite the prediction I just made. Mr. Beast is going to win the 2023 U.S. presidential elections. A, there's no election. B, that's already passed. That is, man, if you are looking to fail, that is the highway to success. Now, I'm going to talk about me. So yeah, the CerealOverdrive, the channel, what's going on with it? Honestly, views are at an all-time low. Like, things aren't looking too bright for Mr. Overdrive over here. Some, a lot of Indian viewers call me Mr. Overdrive. I don't know why, but it's funny. No, like, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Like, it's like 200,000 views, which is sort of like the lowest I've had for a long time. I moved off of the Rust console content, because here's the thing, like, I love playing Rust, but I've noticed that it gets to me. As much as I don't want it to, as much as I want to be that dude who can just pick up a controller and play a game for a good couple hours, put it down and be okay with the fact that all my works can get destroyed and this and that and everything, like, I'm not that dude. You know, like, as much, like, if I get good loot in Rust, right? It's like getting a huge global in Entropia Universe. I get something like that, and then it gets taken away from me by the time I log on again. That gets to me, and I noticed I was not the best version of myself when I was playing Rust. So if I log in, I play for a little bit, and then I ditch it, right? Like, that's okay. But nobody likes to view that content, right? They want longer content. They want me to have the bigger guns, all of that. And just to get to that point, I was not the best version of myself. I could jump onto my server and fake things and all that, but I didn't want to do that, so I just called it. I've just been doing other games, trying to get some, like, how-to videos, going back to, like, the old-school CerealOverdrive stuff, and some of that's working. Like, there are some very persistent videos that I've made that are just, like, they're pulling in views, right? Like, I'm a little bit more professional now than I was before. If you go back and listen to my videos 10 years ago, your ears are not going to be happy with you, or me. If you listen to my videos now, All right, the audio is a little scuffed, but it's a lot better. It's a lot better. I've gotten better with it. Like, I've figured out different things, like how to talk and stuff like that. You know, there's some filler words I use. If you listen for them, you're going to hear them. But a lot of the time, I've dropped a lot of the ums, ahs, blah. Like, whatever those sound. Blah. Who the fuck uses blah as a filler sound? That would be bold. That'd be ballsy. That's a power move, you know? People talk about manspreading, using blah as your, like, space filler. That's another level. Yeah, we're walking here, so we got to refine stuff so we're a little bit lighter. But yeah, it was just, with Rust, I was just finding myself, I'm still going to play it here and there, but I just generally found myself not to be the best version of myself. And, you know, right now, for those of you who don't know, I've got kids and all that, and, like, it's just, it's not, you know, I don't want to be grumpy with them. I don't want to be snapping at people or anything like that. And, you know, you can't plan things. Like, if it was just me and the wife, like, it's easy enough to be like, hey, like, this weekend I'm going to do something that might piss me off. And then, you know, I'll probably get called a dumbass because why would you do that? And I'll be like, well, you know, I'm dumb. And anyways, it would go like that, and it would be okay. But, like, with kids, like, they can't help it. Maybe they have a bad day. Maybe something went wrong. You need to help them out. And if you're not that best version of yourself, if you're not the version that's going to keep your calm, it's not fair to them. So, Rust, for the most part, it's sort of on the back burner. I'm going to play it here and there still, but for the most part, like, the way I play it is not the way that people like to see. So, for those videos, I think I've got to put the kibosh on it for a little bit at least. You know, maybe we can still do some guides and stuff like that, because the knowledge is still in my head. I still know how to play the game. I just don't have the time to play it, or the patience, I guess. You know, maybe I can become a Zen monk and get back into it. We'll see, we'll see. But yeah, I've been thinking about the channel, what I'm going to do. I think for now we're just going to keep jumping here and there, playing some new games, Entropia Universe content every couple weeks. You guys are going to get a video, and hopefully it's enjoyable. Hopefully people like it. I'm going to try and make them longer videos. This one's already at 12 minutes, so we're going to try and make them long. I know you guys, you're doing your long runs, your long playthroughs. It's nice to have someone sitting there, you know, talking with you a little bit, going back and forth, a little bit of that, what do they call it? Parasocial relationships. I think that, no, like, I feel like a lot of us, we don't have that. You know, like we talk in the comments, we're not best friends. Like if you end up in jail for murder, if you told me you murdered someone before you ended up in jail, I'm probably the dude that ratted on you, because we're not close like that, right? Like I don't know any that well. Like we talk in the comments, and I can be like, yeah, chill enough, but that's like for having a beer, not for committing a double homicide or something. So yeah, like, you know, that's sort of where we're at. And the Entropia Universe community, at least, I don't know, maybe the one I've cultivated on YouTube, who knows, but like the people we've got are cool, and I like that. So yeah, I'm going to keep doing these videos every couple weeks just to keep that going, give people something to listen to. And honestly, like Scotty, that's the one I always go to, like when I'm playing Entropia Universe, just sort of chilling. Scotty's a good one. He does, I think he just came back, because this is the thing, like the YouTube algorithm, sometimes people just like disappear, and I don't even know, like, I don't know if they disappeared because it's like the algorithm stopped recommending it. I don't know what's going on. Like, the YouTube algorithm is wild. Sometimes, recently, I've noticed, like, so I'm doing this big trip, right? Like, when I say big trip, so, you know, again, like I said, I have kids, summer, right? I'm doing like 2 weeks in places, right? Like, just the whole summer, just gonna spend it traveling. Do 2 weeks in here, 2 weeks there, 2 weeks there. Bring like a gaming laptop, bring the whole setup, just sort of chill, right? Like, be able to. I'm from Boston. Like, we have beaches, but like we don't have beaches, if we're being honest. This is just like that chance for me to just be like, you know, today, for the next 2 weeks. Sorry, for the next 2 weeks, we're setting up on the French Riviera, and the next is going to be like, we're going down to Milan, we're going to see what that's like, and then, you know, just sort of hop around Europe and do that, right? Maybe near the end, I'm going to hop over to Asia, do a little bit of Japan, because that's something I think would be cool, like, to be able to spend, like, a month or two in Japan, probably a month, to be able to spend a month in Japan, like, that would be cool. I've been to Tokyo once, I loved it. Like, the thing with Japan, when I go to Europe, I love it because it's a different culture, different language. Like, you're immersing yourself in something different, and like the history there blows me away, right? Like, the history. You can go to like where Christopher Columbus announced the founding, like, that he found America. I guess he didn't, but whatever. You can go to the place that, like, like this happened or that happened. I'm running out. You can go to the place that Game of Thrones. You can go to Dubrovnik. I've been there. That is a beautiful freaking city. Oh my god, man! Like, if you like, Game of Thrones was filmed in Dubrovnik, and when you go there, if someone told you this was a movie set, you'd say like, "Oh my god, this is," well, you'd say it was so realistic, but like, it's just like pristine. It is like walking into a medieval city that was left yesterday, like completely tended to, just built yesterday, but it was actually built like 1,000 years ago or 500 years ago or whatever it is. Like, it's so cool to see all that stuff, like the history, all of that, just to be able to walk on the same like tiles that so many other people have. People who had no idea, no concept of the fact that this microphone could even exist, or like this laptop or this, like, they just, it's interesting because it's like, I don't know, when I see these things, when I see these historical things, it's like you look at it and it's the not the art, the artistry of it, but also like the history that adds to the art, right? Like, every dent was made by someone with dreams and hopes, and some of those became reality and some of those didn't. Every scratch, everything, like, you go to some of these places. I've got to refine again because I'm a little heavy. You go to some of these places and it's like, I don't know, like, one of the crazy ones, I've been to Bosnia, right? And when I went, I don't know how it is now, but when I went, there were still bullet holes and stuff like that from combat that had happened there during the war. And what you'd find is you'd come to these corners, and you'd see one side that there were no holes, and on the other side there were. And you look across the street and you see the same thing. And that is, I mean, that's intense, because if you're just walking, you don't think anything of it. But if you actually look at it, like, if you look at it and look at what that represents, there were at least two people there fighting for their lives, and you don't know who walked away and who didn't. Like, that is, it's humbling, I guess, to see some of that stuff and realize, like, how monumental that was. Like, it, like, like, that created countries, that created nations, that saved people, that killed people, that condemned people, that, like, it had such a profound effect personally for those people, but also, like, culturally, like, those actions and just everything that it added up to, and the fact that, like, you can walk on the same steps as people 1,000 years ago and think, like, were their thoughts the same as yours, and all sorts of stuff like that, right? Like, I love that. I love that. Like, when you see these like this like artistry of like carving, and it's just like, what's the history there? Like, the guy who did that, what was he thinking? The girl who did that, what were they thinking? It's, I don't know. Like, the romantic in me loves that. And then you got Japan. Japan has history. It has some cool history. But right now, if you go to Japan for the history, I mean, that's cool, but that's, to be honest, that's not why most of us are going to Japan. It is like, it's one of those things, like, it shows you, I know, like, World War II, all that stuff, but it shows you that, like, it almost, like, gives you more faith in humanity. I don't know how to describe it, but, like, Tokyo is it is the most populated city in the world, and you can go there and feel completely at peace. At peace like you would in a small town. It shows you what happens when people work together. Because I've seen this, like, when I go around, like, one of the biggest differences you'll notice between certain cities, certain areas, certain countries is, like, there's some places where things are not as good as they could be. And usually it's because people don't work together, right? Like, people aren't, like, the police can only do so much, right? Like, you can arrest every person that jaywalks, but if you do that, like, all of the crimes are going to have to just be left unreported. Like, it's not going to work, right? And if a society as a whole frowns on jaywalking, and then, like, you do it, someone gives you, like, a nod, like, like, the example, like, I'm in Japan, streets closed, okay? Like, streets closed. This has, like, closed, like, there's, like, barriers there preventing it. And then there's a stoplight. Stoplight has like red, green, whatever, right? Like me, normal tourist, like normal dude, American. I'm just, you know, I see a closed street. I see stoplights. I think I don't need to pay attention to stoplights because there's no cars. I start to go, and all of a sudden I start getting some negative looks, and people are just sort of, you know, like they're frowning a little bit. They're just like, what are you doing, dude? Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Like, why do you have to be that dick? And of course, you know, I'm just like, okay, like, you know, step back, stand on the thing, and then light turns green, we all go. And, you know, for the rest of the trip, I realize that, like, if that's a rule, you follow that rule, even if it doesn't quite make sense to you, right? Like, if you cross on green, you cross on green. If there's no way in a million years that you could get hit unless it's by some sort of, like, act of God, like, you still cross on green. And that was just, like, that was how things work. And I guess what I'm trying to get at is people, like, the communities enforce the rules. It's not just the police. It's not just the government. And I think this is everywhere. It's the communities that enforce the rules. So what it is it's just, like, if people do something wrong, like, there's a shame that they feel, and they have more, like, they don't want their community to feel that towards them. They want to help their community, better their community, leave something positive behind, improve their community, leave it better than they left it, which these are all concepts I think we've all been taught, right? Like, but there it shows you what happens when sort of almost the whole population approaches things with that mindset, and it really is beautiful to see. I don't know, to me, it's one of those countries that does always blow me away just because of that, because of how forward thinking it is and just how respectful people are, you know. Like, I've been, like, I remember I got lost and I asked someone for directions, and they didn't, you know, like, in the US there's the Midwest, actually, you find this, and they are actually pretty community orientated, and, like, there's some really good things to be said about that, even though a lot of people think of them as flyover states. But, like, I couldn't figure out where I was going. There's this guy hurrying by. I didn't see many other people, so I just, you know, I figured I'd just ask him, like, what was going on, right? Like, hey, can you help me? He didn't speak English, so I'm like, okay, no problem. And then, like, he comes back a little bit later, and he, like, motions for me to come with him, and he takes me, like, through these, like, this path, and he took me to someone who spoke English. He went out and found someone who spoke English and took me there. And that's crazy to me. That's not something I'd ever think about. Like, if someone comes up to me in the U.S. and they ask me a question, I might try and use Google Translate, right? Like, I might try and do something like that, but I never think to, like, go get someone, find someone. I can find someone who speaks this language, and God damn it, we're going to get you that. Like, that's just not something that crossed my mind. I'll help. You know, I'm happy to, if I miss my subway train, I have to wait an extra 10 minutes because I helped someone out. That's fine. But I don't know. Like, that was, like, a whole nother level. And just people there generally do that. Like, they genuinely want to help you, and they're genuinely trying to work together to make things better. And I appreciate that. And I think it's nice to see. And I guess that sums up what I like about it. Also, it's like, it's really futuristic. I like cyberpunk. Like, one of the reasons I jumped onto Entropia Universe is because it's a sci-fi game, and I just love sci-fi. Like, I remember when I first came across Entropia Universe, I was playing Anarchy Online before, and I tried World of Warcraft and RuneScape and some of these other games, but I really liked the sci-fi MMOs, and there just weren't that many out there. So when I heard about Entropia Universe, I'm like, real cash economy, that's really cool. Sci-fi game, that's amazing, and that was what, like, sold me on it. I love sci-fi because, I don't know, a lot of sci-fi, it feels like it represents. It represents, like, what could be, and I do like that. I like that idea of, like, you know, this could be the world. But yeah, I don't know, like, yeah, it's. I'm thinking I'll go to Japan because it is pretty cool. And there's I've only been to Tokyo, and I loved it so much. I'd love to spend more time there. So I you know, this would be a good opportunity for that. But yeah, I mean, I guess I'm not trying to show off or anything, but if anyone has any suggestions, I'd love to hear it. You know, places to go, people to see. Well, not people to see, but places to go. That'd be cool. But yeah, it's just been a busy. I guess not busy, but it's been a good time. I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's been, you know, like, the channel's going down. That's not a big deal. I'm okay with it. I've hit that zen point, I guess, in my life where I'm just sort of like, you know, that's okay. And Yeah, we're doing some Entropia Universe now. I don't know. Let's see what people think of this. I don't know if people are going to say this is horrible, this is better, because I used to just talk about EU, right? Like Entropia. I just talk about the things go. Oh, got double here. Double. That was a horrible way to say it, by the way. I apologize. A sizable and a large. That's pretty good. What we're going to have to do, too, here is, after we load this one up, I think I'm going to spawn in a car and just send it back home, because we've collected quite a bit of stuff. Let's see where we stand, though, as far as loot goes, because I haven't been paying too much attention. I've just I've been talking about some exciting stuff, and oh boy, we burned 230 PEDs. No. Yep. Nope. 264 PEDs. 264 PEDs, folks. That's a lot of money. That's like 26 bucks. That is the last video game I bought. I just started playing, what was it, Hellblade 2? That cost me $10 because I got it through Xbox Game Pass or whatever. This costs 2 of those, 2.5 of those. When you think about it, that is a lot of money, but I don't know. I like Entropia Universe, and again, I'm extremely lucky in general, but in this too, where it was like I'm free to play because I came in at the right time and I worked my butt off. There's people that are like, oh, Cereal, he just didn't you got to do something to make the money, but compared to what you'd have to do now, that starting point, that jumping off point is a lot harder, and the game, there's a lot more focus on just the game taking a lot of money away, like being able to make nano cubes and some of that stuff. Like that takes away a lot of push for traders, because if nano cubes are getting you an extra 1 or 2%, a lot of people are going to take that rather than try and go to a trader and get an extra like 0.2, right? So a lot of stuff's just been taken away from traders' hands and given into Mindark's hands. And as a game developer, that's what you want to do. You want to, you don't want people making money off your game. You want to be the one making all that money, unless it's something crazy, like, if they're using the game to hire hitmen, you probably don't want to do that. You probably want to try and keep them on the down low, not let the FBI know. But in this case, you want to take your cut, right? You don't want traders to be taking all the money. You want to make it. So there's sort of eking the traders out, and that's made it a lot harder to do any sort of free-to-play thing. And I don't know. At this point, is it possible? I don't know. Oh, we're done. All right. Let's add things up. So we said, the magic number here is 260, I think. 260 PDs. That's a lot of pad. That's a lot of PDs. What are we at here? Oh, 342. We're good. We're good, boys. We're good. 342, that's really good. Alright, let's spawn in a vehicle. I always forget to. I'm not sure if I can. What am I doing? Not sure if I can just dump this stuff in. I don't know what the limits are. Let's just see. Exceeds the weight. Alright. Alright, so let's put that there. So that exceeds the weight. So what we're going to do then, if we put this down, it should no longer be 2 exceeding of the weight. However, we do still have to refine that oil, which is good. It's always good to be, it's always good to have a little bit more to refine. Like this has been a good run. That the positivity's paying off, right? Like, going in with a positive attitude, you're coming out with some extra loot, because this is just my reward, I guess, for, I don't know, not really. That's not how the game works. So some of you people are crazy. Like, I could honestly say the game works by, spin around 3 times and say JFK wasn't, assassinated by, there was no conspiracy. And there's people that'll do it, because they'll be like, oh, Cereal said it. He must know something that I don't. I don't know the loophole theory. I don't know any of that. Like, you probably know more than me, because I've played the game for a long time, but I'm not really that active of a player right now. I just like to come on every now and then, make some videos and do some crazy stuff. Like, spend $50 in a run. Okay, so now we are off the land area. Let's see if we can find some loot here, because this is going to be untaxed, which means we're getting a little bit more of that moolah. The thing is, that land area, honestly, it feels like it's dropping some real good loot. And in general, I think land areas actually do have better mining returns. Even though there's the tax, I think they drop a little bit better. But we're gonna do a few drops out here just to see how it goes. These better not be like bankrupting me drops. You know what's crazy though? We haven't hit any globals. I thought with an amp this big that we get at least one. It doesn't seem like it's gonna happen. Let's check what the market value is. Oil's got 104. That's actually pretty good. So Sari, 108. Okay, I like this. I like this. Ooh, 114. Okay, 105. Like these are honestly all really good rates. The amp, I think what I paid on the amp was actually a little bit higher than that, but like these are pretty good rates. These are pretty good rates. These are coming pretty close to the markup that I paid on that amplifier. And that's usually what you want with amps. You want your resources, the markup of them, to be equal to or more than the markup on the amplifier. That's generally how people see it, is like that's how you're making the money. But yeah, this hasn't been that bad of a run, to be honest. Like we've had some pretty good hits. I think out here I've gotten like a Hoff, like a really big one, and that's why I like to come back, because it's like if I was amped up for that, it would have been a big one. It would have been like, we would have been able to hit that. Oh. We would have been able to hit this key. We would have been able to go here. We would have been able to. But that's not life, right? So yeah, I want to know how all of you are doing. Like, if you made it 31 minutes into the video, you're probably a long time viewer, and I really do want to know like how y'all are doing. Because yeah, it's been a while, and I think people honestly, a lot of people probably think I don't honestly care, but I do. Usually I recognize the profile pictures, not the names. So if you change your profile picture a lot, there's a really good chance you've got to jog my memory. But I do generally remember the conversations I have with all you guys, and you know, I think we've had some good times. You know, we've had some fun. So I hope that everybody's having success with whatever they're doing. But I'm curious. You know. Because, yeah, with YouTube, it's hard. Like, I think we were talking about this earlier, and I went off on a tangent, which is what I do. But sometimes the algorithm, like, it'll just throw someone out of your life, and you'll never see them again. And they could be making. There we go! Boom! How much? Did I miss it? Alright, let's see. What? Where's the... Shouldn't I get, like, a... Did they take the global chat out? Do I need to... Oh, man. I don't know how much I hit. Okay, alright, we're gonna play this game here. I'm glad I got it, though. That's good. Alright, so we've got that one. That's a 12. Here we go. Energy matter substantial, which is a 15. What does that mean? We gotta check this out here, because 15 is pretty high. I know Entropia Universe. You know, those levels get higher, and those can be good. I type in substantial. It's Pavlonik getting those loots. Shout out to you. Claim size madness scale. Okay. That's not it. Do they not? Where's the Wikipedia here? Oh, here we go. Someone posted it. Alright. Substantial. 125 to 199. That's what they're saying, PEDs. So that one... I don't know, will that show up in the 24-hour Hall of Fame? Not the all-time high. That would have been sick. That would have been a good video. Then I'd be saying hey to a few more people. Nah, that's not gonna show up. Alright, cool. I wasn't sure where people were landing with this. It's always hard to know like what a good hit is, because sometimes it's like, you know, you think, you know, I think 100 plus PEDs is a really good hit. I think that's what we got. Aries too. I think I sent that back, so we're gonna be able to see just how much this was. And this, I feel like this is a really good markup. This could be a lie. This could be a lie. This could be someone messing around. But like, 1.33, 1.3K at 142%. Let's see what happens when we refine it. But this could be really big actually. We might be coming out here with a few more Terror amps before I post this video, and then there might be a few more videos coming out like this, because this is nice. So what was I talking about before? Yeah, YouTube, sometimes it just throws people out of your life basically, and like you have no way of getting it back, which is really annoying, because you know, I'll find really good content and I'll be watching it. Maybe it's just like some travel YouTuber who's, you know, like boating around the Caribbean. It's not something I typically watch, but like I love the personality, like the person's cool, all that. I just want to see more. I want to follow their journey. And you know, maybe I miss 1 or 2 videos because I get busy, or maybe I'm planning out another trip and I watch some videos on, you know, Italy. Now all of a sudden I'm getting all these Italian travel influencers recommended to me. I click those, and next thing I know, the dude going around the Caribbean, never hear from them again. And like 10 years later, I'll be like, what happened to that person? I don't know, because the algorithm just threw them out there. And yeah, I can hit the bell, but then I've got all these different notifications, and eventually I just start to ignore them because I've got too many, and I don't know. It's a problem. Okay, so here we go. We got 147 PDs. That's solid. That's solid. Let's equip this. Let's give it a good old refining and see just where we are here. What are we looking at? Ooh, 133%. So I'm making an extra like 30 to 40 PDs on that markup, which is significant. That's solid. That is solid. That is a really good hit. We're dropping another probe, because if you have luck like that, you got to go for that double drop, right? You always have to. Even if it hits 0, that's okay. Yeah, it hits 0, that's okay. You get a global, you got a double drop, in my opinion. That's I don't know, that's like something that was just like always taught to me. And we got it off the land area too, which means they didn't get a cut of the tax, which means in theory more money goes to me. And that was it. That was it. Really. That's it. We're done. Time to total it up. This one's gonna be profitable, I know that, but that's crazy. Second to last hit, we got that global. Second to last hit. Like that wasn't a make it or break it. We're gonna add everything up without that, because I don't think it was a make it or break it, but that was still really like clutch in a way. Like I wanted that global just for the screenshot, because it's been so long since I've hit a global. Actually, it has. I hit one in like January. But it's been a while, so it'll be cool to do. But yeah, I don't know. I wish there was a better way for YouTube to work, because I feel like sometimes I lose contact with people, or someone will stop replying on the videos, and it's like, I know you're out there, but like, oh, I hope you're out there. I hope this isn't like people are just dying on me. Maybe it's that 5G net. No, we're not gonna joke about that. But no, I mean, I don't know. It's always troublesome, because you know, I know people, like, we're talking back and forth, everything seems cool. Oh man, we ended up here. Okay. That is the land area marker. Alright. Those look a little different. I'm just gonna fly it in. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get the content gets old, obviously. Like, I don't expect people to stay around forever, but it would be nice to hear from people every now and then, just to see what's up with them, because I do care. But yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute, and this was a good coming back video. I think this was a good little foray into the CerealOverdrive Let's Play style. I used to do this every week. Every week I do a video like this. For years I was doing that. Every week you get your Entropia Universe video. And now it's been every month, maybe every 2 months. But that's just because of the channel. Unfortunately, the way YouTube works is when I put out a video like this, if I'm going hard and I'm just producing content in like one style, like if I'm just doing Rust videos mainly, every time you do a non-Rust video, it sort of loses you subscribers. There's people who they will never click on your video again because the algorithm showed them your Entropia Universe video and then they, you know, didn't click it, and the algorithm decided I'll show them someone else's video. So it's, you know, it is better from a YouTube standpoint to just main one game, but that's not who I am. And I don't, you know, it's not me. What can I say? All right, let's add this up. Let's see where we're at. I'm excited. We got to get that loot from the abandoned craft. No, not the repair terminal. Didn't I go back home? Okay, let's try this again. You guys can see all the weird junk in my inventory. Alright, now they changed all the keys, but that one's right. What is it? Recall. There's a hotkey for it. That's cool. There we go. Take it back. Open inventory. So what I'll do is I'll put everything in just so we can discount that global, because I want to see where we're at without the global. So remember, about 500 PD spent. We'll do it piece by piece too, just to add to it. Got 76 PDs of oil. Ooh. 38 PDs of blau. We're not putting that in. We're going to save that for later. 251. 271. Alright. So I think this is going to be a very profitable run. So you drop this in. Where are we at? Oops. Throw this out. Got a little bit of areas there. We're going to count that in. Throw it in. Look at that, 421. So the global was really make it or break it right there, because we dropped that in. We're at 569, so we made 69 PED. Now the thing is, you got to remember, mark up everything like that. Honestly, we're probably making like 100 to 120 on this run, which is really, really solid. Puts a smile on my face to see. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. That's the end of this Entropia Universe journey, and I'll see you on the next one. Until next time, peace.